to my channel.
I look so pale right now.
But welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing very, very well today. Today I'm doing the One Dip Makeup Challenge. I've wanted to do this for so long and I'm so excited to this video. I really don't know how it's going to work out because I always end up using so much product, especially for my foundation, contour, and I feel like it's going to be really interesting. So if you do want to see how my One Dip Challenge turns out, make sure to keep on watching. It's my first time with my Revolution Pro Cosmetic Primer, but this one isn't really one you can do with one dip because it's a squeezy bottle, so I'm just going to squeeze a bit out and just hope for the best. So I'm just going to put a blob on my finger, and now I've lost the lid. Why do I do this every single time? I feel like I use too much. So I'm just going to rub this all into my face. So now that it's rubbed into my face, I'm now going to move on to my foundation. So the foundation I use is the NARS one, and because I can't really dip into this, I'm going to use this brush and I'm going to swipe it. Oh my god, this is going to be so messy. I'm just going to swipe it along here, and this is my one dip. Oh, do you know what? That's actually done quite well. I've got quite a lot of that. So I've just applied that all over my face, and now I'm going to use a beauty blender and my blending brush to blend it in with. I feel like it's getting so dark. I normally try to film at like lunchtime, but because I've been working like a 7:40 today, it's now like really dark outside, so I feel like I have no light. Also, my wheel fell off my chair. So I'm actually going to use my harder blending brush now to kind of get the edges more. So that should probably do for that. I went a lot further than I thought it was going to do. I'm going to move on to my concealer now, and I'm not actually sure which I'm going to use. So for my concealer, I'm going to use my Cut Crease Canvas Full Coverage Eyeshadow Base, because I just feel like it's going to be the easiest for the whole one dip thing. So it's not really a concealer, but we're going to conceal with it anyway, so why not? So I've taken my one dip, but this has got like insane coverage. So I thought it'd be quite good to use. Right on my nose. I don't use too much because I don't want it to end up looking like patchy and uneven, but at the same time, I want it to work. So, and it's the one dip challenge. So I'm going to use the same brush as before to blend bits like my chin out. So I'm basically going to blend my whole face out apart from underneath my eyes using this brush. So I've never used this as a concealer before, but I do actually quite like it if I'm honest. So I'm now going to go in with this mini beauty blender and do the underneath of my eyes with this. So I feel like it's a lot more accurate and it'll just end up pushing the product in better rather than pulling it around my face. So I feel like I definitely didn't need as much product as I got, which I thought that anyway. Really good coverage though. It is really, really insanely good coverage. So I'm now going to use my setting powder to do the underneath of my eyes. I think this is going to be quite a difficult one because I sometimes struggle anyway getting my baking powder from the tub onto my face. So doing it in one dip is going to be very difficult. So this is my Huda Beauty baking powder. So I'm not sure what I'm going to use because I want to use something that's going to hold a lot of product in. I might just use a sponge. Right, I'm going to use my beauty blender here. I think this is going to be quite a good one. It's one of the original beauty blenders, the Real Techniques ones. So hopefully it'll hold more product. Oh, that is my one dip. It's got a lot on there. It does have a lot on there. I'm just worried it's not going to be enough. So I'm just going to do each side to start with in even amounts to make sure I've just got my under eyes covered at least. And I'm just going to go along the rest of it and just kind of blend that over. Kind of press that in. So that's actually done really well. So I'm going to leave it underneath my eyes for a couple of minutes just to bake and set. And then I think I'm going to go in with my contour because I've not done it too far down, so I can still do my contour. So for my contour, I think I'm going to use one of my powder ones, but I'm going to use a different one this time because I've used the same one all the time. So for my contour, I'll be using the Roxy Highlight and Contour palette from Revolution. This is a really nice palette. This is what the palette looks like. And it's really nice. I just rarely use it. I'm so nervous about this because I like to build my contour up. So I'm going to go for this shade here, which is like, so it's one of the lighter ones. I don't know how much product to get on my brush because I really like to go heavy on contour. Oh my god. Because I can only go in with one dip, I've got to do both sides at once to make sure they both actually get covered. So I never even thought about contouring the rest of my face, so I'm just kind of brush it over with my brush with some of the excess powder and just kind of outline my face. But that'll probably have to do. I'm really not happy with the lighting right now. It is horrendous. I'm sorry, guys. I need to get like proper studio lights set up in my room so I can actually film. So I've still got another video to film today. I need to stop rambling. So I'm going to use a different brush to kind of blend that out. So it's looking a bit better now. It's still not the best. I feel like this contour's not going to go too well. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. So I'm now going to remove the powder from underneath of my eyes. And I'm just going to use a big Real Techniques 201 brush to do this with. So I'm now going to go in with my highlight. This is one that I was quite looking forward to because I'm going to use a different highlight today. I'm going to be using this kind of leathery brown colour here. So this is one of my highlight brushes. This is the Real Techniques 204 brush. And I'm just going to, I don't know how much to get, but let's just go for it. I feel like this video is really giving me a perspective of how much product I really need to use and how much I really don't need to use. But I quite like that, I quite like that. So, I'm now going to start on my eyeshadow. And I'm going to use the same cut crease canvas again, just kind of base my eyes. So, I'm using one dip. So, that will do, I hope, because I'm only have one dip. I'm going to be using my Model's Own Real Conceal brush that has hairs in it to just kind of blend this all over my eyelid and my eye. So I really felt using that really makes the colours that I put on my eyes pop a lot more and look a lot nicer. As well as that, I feel like when I take my makeup off, the eyeshadow comes off so much easier when I put like some sort of like concealer or cut crease underneath. This one especially is really, really good for it, but there's so many different ones you can use. This is just one that I really like. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do eyeshadow. I think this is going to be the most challenging one of them all because I like to layer my eyeshadow a lot. So I'll go in with one colour and then build it up and build it up and build it up, and the same with all of the other colours. I'll just build them up and like rotate between colours. So I'm going to do one dip per shade, which isn't going to be easy, but I'm going to do it. So I'm going to be using my Bright Matte palette from Beauty Bay. I got this recently. I'm absolutely obsessed. The colours are absolutely stunning. and the pigmentation is really good, so I do absolutely love this. So I'm going to try it in a video. So I'm going to be using my Real Techniques eye brushes too. Try something different, and blue's something I never really go for, so I'm going to use more blues in this. So I'm going to start off by using the shades Paradise and Daydream. Kind of just start and make kind of a base layer and just a bit to start with.
Oh, one dip. I've already had my dip. That's not good.
So the first one I'm using is Paradise. I'm going to start that more of the inner corner to the centre of my eye. This is not going to go well because I forgot I could only have one dip, so I've left none for the other eye. So I'm now going to the Daydream shade, and I'm taking a bigger dip this time. And I'm kind of just blending that from where the other one was. I really, really like this colour. I think it's really bright, really high pigmented, and just really nice. It's also a different shade. I feel like it's quite unique when you don't get in most palettes. So I'm just going to kind of play with this and blend this in a little bit better, just so there's no rough edges and it just looks nicer. So this is how it looks so far. And now I'm going to get a darker blue for the outer edges. So I'm going to use the shade Pacific Dreams, which is this kind of royal blue here, which is stunning. And I'm going to go in with that, get my big dip. So I'm going to kind of put that on the outer quarter. And just kind of try build that up a bit. So I'm now going to use this same colour to go underneath of my eyes. I feel like I should have left more product for this. So that'll do for that. I'm now going to blend this out a bit more so it's a little less messy. This is how it's looking, and I don't really want to do a cut crease on it, but I'm not 100% feeling it right now. So I'm going to do like a half cut crease or like a little bit of a cut crease. But I'm going to go in with a different shade first, because I just kind of want to make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm actually going to go in with the White Lies, which is a white shade, and I think that's quite cute. So I'm going to go in with that, but I'm not going to use too much. I'm going to use this Real Techniques 308 brush, and this is for the inner corners of my eyes, where underneath where the blue already is. So I'm going to use this right on the inner corners, like underneath the blue. I felt that just kind of brightens it up, makes it a lot nicer, a lot neater, and just kind of defines the blue a lot more and kind of contrasts to it a lot more. So the last shade that I'm going to be using before I cut crease and finish the eye look is this purple shade here. This is called Modern Wear, and I think it's such a lovely purple. I'm going to be using this brush here, which is another Real Techniques. It is the Base Shadow Brush 301, and I'm just going to take not too much of that product. And it's mainly for the underneath of my eyes, so it's below where I've already put the blue. So I'm now going to go in with a shade darker of the purple. So I'm going to go in for Purple Power, which I think is quite a nice one. And kind of the middle section here, I'm going to go over the top of the blue on both sides. I just feel like it adds a little bit more colour and a bit more interest to the look. And then there's going to be a lot of blending needed. So this is what it looks like currently. I'm going to do a whole lot of blending and then be back with you guys. So this is kind of what my eyes are looking like. I'm going to put the smallest bit of the cut crease on there just to kind of brighten them up a little bit. So again, my one dip. Well, I'm only going to put a tiny amount of both. So I'm not going to lie, I thought that might have actually been too much. And then I'm going to use the same concealer brush as I used before to blend it. So this is what it's looking like currently. I think that's brightened it up a lot. It is looking a lot nicer. I was going to put some like shimmers or something like that on my eyes, but I think I might just leave it as it is because I'm not a fan of taking glitters off, and I feel like they can ruin a look where sometimes simplicity can be the best. So I think I'm going to leave it there with those. I'm now going to go in with my mascara. So I'm going to use my Olivia Hale mascara today, and I'm going to take a big dip of that. I want to have equal coverage, so I'm trying to be careful to like use the same amount on each eye. So that will do for my mascara. And I'm pretty sure that is about it, guys. That is pretty much it. There's not a lot else I can really do apart from like setting spray. But again, you can't really dip setting spray, so I feel like it's kind of pointless. But that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like the finished look. I actually quite like it. I don't normally do blues or purples on my eyes, so I'm kind of a fan. It's something I don't normally do. So I really hope you enjoyed this, and if you want to see more challenges like this, do drop me a comment down below and let me know what you want to see. But for now, guys, that is everything, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!